CleverFarm Telematics is used to automatically connect your fleet to the application. Based on this data, farmers evaluate the efficiency of their operations and then take steps to optimize their farming activities. There are two ways to look at telematics. Firstly, we look at a map to see where the machine is currently located and what path it has followed. We can track the movement of the machine in real time. Here, we see the machine working on a plot. Next, we can look at the history of the rides. We select a specific date or range from or to a machine or machines, or a driver you would like to see, and we confirm the filter. In the map at this point, we can see the selected machines, their positions and paths for the selected period, as well as the basic information such as the last position and the last movement. Secondly, the telematics data can be viewed in the telematics section where we find the machines, workers, and records tabs. These records are continuously processed and always updated the next morning. Let's start with the machines. In this section, we can look at the data from the machine's perspective. For example, we can see the date, machine, distance traveled and time, and areas on which the machine worked. After clicking here, we can see other data such as the machine driver, implement pulled by the machine, the duration of the activity, type of activity, etc. Users can see and compare performance of different machines in terms of hours of operations, distance traveled, or areas worked. We can see that the information about the type of work, such as work on the parcel or transfer, is displayed. This categorization of rides is performed automatically. CleverFarm Telematics compares machines' trajectory with field boundaries of the farm recorded in the platform and automatically detects if the machine only drove through the parcel, a transfer, or actually performed any work on the field with corresponding hectares calculation. In the Drivers tab, we can basically see the same logic, just sorted by drivers. Users have the overview of the worker's performance and can use it as a basis for bonus calculation. Now let's look at these two icons that we have in the Machines and Workers tab. First, we can see an icon here that shows us the machine or worker on the map, and then an icon that indicates a filter. Clicking on the filter actually takes us to the next tab, the Records tab. Here we can filter almost anything, except ironically, coffee. You can, for example, filter all the fertilization done on the fields where winter wheat is planted in April, or all activities done this year in the given field. Let's also have a look at the details of the operation. All data is automatically stored here. However, the user has the possibility to add some data too. For example, the driver checks in with his chip too late. We can add a user or an implement here. So we have several data, including the area of the plot and the area where the machine has applied, for example, fertilizer or sowing. We can also see the date, the driver, the machine, the implement. These are typically seed drills, spreaders, sprayers, etc. What is important is the width of the implement. Based on this data, we then calculate just what area the machine has worked on. Catalogs. All reports and analytics you have seen so far are generated automatically. Drivers do not need to fill in any information on terminals or their phones. The system needs to be set up only once before its launch. In the catalogs, the individual drivers and machines need to be defined. The user has the option to upload the drivers here, for example, the chips and drivers' names. The name of the driver can be changed if the driver, for example, passes a chip to another driver. You can edit each machine. The important thing here is to define the default product operation, and likewise for the implement. Here, you need to define not only the product operation, but also its width, so the system automatically calculates the total area that was worked on during the ride. We detect implements simply via the socket. So once the driver connects the implement to the machine, the user is automatically shown the machine and the pulled implement in the platform. Relevant data from the telematics is automatically entered into editable farm management records. If we see orange triangles in the activities, it indicates that the telematics has automatically sent this data here. This means that the information about fertilization, sowing or pesticides is automatically stored here.